What's up, guys? Welcome to the Game Awards, aka the Vin's version of the Game Awards, which is a much more lazy version, of course, because, well, I might as well do this all on my bed. Listen, I don't know what to tell you. This, nobody watches my videos. I don't know if that's a surprise to you or to me. Yeah, what you want? I mean, basically, this is just I guess, my list of my favorite games. That's it. Pretty much we got the PC Game Awards, and there's a part of me where I might do a second part for the top retro games here. I kind of really want to just put it all together and tie it up in a bow and say, "Hey, that's all, you folks." And yeah, pretty much this is my top games of 2025. We got the top 10 PC games, of course, top 10 nostalgic retro games, top 10, what, no, why did I say top 10? Oh, no, actually, we got a couple of ROM hacks, the ROM hack awards, and also some failed games. Not the worst, like top worst games, just some games that I wanted to play and it failed to play. And like, there's different reasons. You're going to see why, okay? This is just going to be the main experiment for it. But let's see if we can do this very short. Because I got a feeling that there's a part of me where I might not do it very short the way I wanted to. But, let's just see what happens, okay? But I started it off with a timer. Okay, it's going on, and let's do it. Okay, for the top 10 of the, basically my top 10 of top PC games of all time. Let's start it off with, on the number 10 spot for the PC game nominees. Listen, my PC's crap, okay? But there is one game here that isn't in my PC, which is, strangely enough. And it's like, well, listen, this would be the best game if it was, okay? Let's just say that, okay? And it is Skate 4. Now, I played Skate 4 on my PC. We're talking about the alpha beta. However, I cannot play the one that is released because that would break my PC in half. And pretty much, my PC did had a blue screen this year, believe it or not. And that's that. Yeah, I don't know if I can really play it to be safe. But the thing is, I had the best 30 minutes of playing it in my brother's PS5, basically. It was just the best moments of all time. And I only had 30 or 20 minutes. And that's all I need. I was making good use of all that time just to get through a good amount of levels as I can and I skate as much as I can. But let me tell you, I grew up on Skate. It would be one of my top most favorite PS3 games of all time, which is Skate 3. And to this day, Skate 4 or Skate is still one of the best skate games I ever experienced, better than Skater XL. And I just had the best experience, at least try my best to play as fast as I can. Because again, it was during the time when I was babysitting my nieces and nephews. And they pretty much were just watching their own uncle just freaking flabbergasted, like, oh my god, oh, there's new levels, oh, there's new there's skaters here, oh, do you see this, niece? I mean, it is just everything about it. But my gosh, I just can't get over some of these, Steezus Christ videos or something. We're talking about those skate, 4 vids or like shorts or something, where it's literally, a person made a Jesus Christ character and it's shredding for a sense. I just love seeing those. And I actually got to witness the church a bit. Where did it skate? It was like a whole freaking tourist attraction thing. It was like a vent. It was like a small convention I just went to. Like, it was everything. And I just had to put it added here in the spot for the number 10. For when it comes to the most enjoyable out of some of these PC games and the most memorable, that's what I'm putting in this list. So hope that gives you a good taste of what's to come. Next, for number 9 spot is Cell Blazers. Cell Blazers to me would be basically the equivalent of if you want to start a shop, but also you want to be a samurai slash, gunsman at the same time. It's just so random. It's so Fortnite as well. Like I just got that vibe. However, the visuals on my PC didn't do it very well. But for whatever reason, I just managed to get a good amount of like whatever the map is. If anything, I could come back and literally complete the map if I want to. But I had a good experience playing Cell Blazers. I made a series in my channel of playing Cell Blazers and just selling, just random. Thing is that there's like a lot of random glitches here and there, what I experienced, but they were funny as well. I just had that same experience with Olaf as when it comes down to the whole building your own shop mechanic. Like I just had the most craziest looking shop. I feel like there was certain like different techniques of trapdoors and something just in case if some of these zombies tried to invade my shop. And I just had a good time of just like discovering the level, discovering, I would say the characters, but it was mostly this old man that was trying to help run the shop with. But there was just so many random moments and just funny NPC moments as well. And also you get to visit other shops and whatever online players out there. And I don't know. I just it was so enjoyable. Like you're telling me I can just sell anything. Like anything. And also I can use anything as a weapon. And also, I could just build like it's straight up like Fortnite. If Fortnite was like you're making a shop as well to actually sell stuff like that. That's basically what it is. And also, I don't really care much about Fortnite. Fortnite is way too overrated. But this game would almost be up there if it was literally in somewhat in the same marketing length, or I don't know if something if it was like developed more bigger, but it was already good as it is when I first played it. Cell Blazers would just go down in history as one of the best shopping kind of like simulators out there that I have ever experienced. Anyways, moving on for the number 8 spot is Dull Town. Dull, I made a series in this channel. It's just basically a side scroller 2D game, and for my experience with the farming, and I wasn't too advanced when it comes to games like this. I'm never like too advanced. A lot of times that would have to take a long amounts of hours, but I have a job, so I got things to do. I don't want to waste my time too much on what I'm really doing in Dogtown. But for some reason I just really enjoyed when like literally when you unlock different things. You unlock a furnace, you unlock a workbench. What I unlock is one of the most best things I could ever really get in the game is a freaking storage. More storage and organized where you put your different boxes and you put the said item here. That actually made the game way better than I ever realized. I was so excited to get that, and I was trying to find different ways to find it out in the open. But when I find it that way, I was like, "Yep, this is the best one. This is just my favorite so far." When it comes to a post-apocalyptic, especially the universe in Dolok Town, it's just so interesting. I don't know. When I see gameplay of it, I was like, "Yeah, I don't know about it. It just seems like a 2D, like like sure, maybe I could see it as like a Silk Song, but in a post-apocalyptic world where you have to build your own farm and storage and everything." And it worked out. For some reason, it worked out, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Like it was simple, and also the pixelated visuals run it very well in my PC. There was no problems. And the mysteries that it was unlocking, it was like, whoa, this stuff is crazy, and having your own robot to kill whoever. You don't really fight in the game, your robot does. So that's pretty cool, a pet robot. And yeah, I just have to say that Dolok Town was successful. Next up in the list is number 7. It's a pretty short game. It is none other than Neon Inferno. First off, I didn't know this game was that short, but it was just a good amount of time that I have for that game. It was perfect for many people that are just like, sometimes fatigued with games here and there, and they have a big backlog. So I was like, yeah, this is perfect. I really enjoyed Neon Inferno. It is such a very cyberpunk, retro style game. Also, it brought the rail shooting mechanics back, but it's arcadey if you're into like, Metal Slug in a cyberpunk world. Yeah, this is the game for you. I really had a good time playing it. I finished like, just a good amount of what it offers. It's perfect for arcade mode and co-op. And I gotta say, it was such a good, like, it, sure, a lot of multitasking here and there, but when you get used to it, there's a rhythm to it. Like, I just love the challenges, the different details when it comes to the shooting mechanics here and there. Like, it's just perfect the way it is. I really do enjoy my time with Neon Inferno. Next up is Astral Ascent for the number 6 spot. Yeah, Astral Ascent. For games like this, for whatever reason, it's just a breath of fresh air. I really enjoy how, the mechanics of this game, when it comes down to 2D, games like this, for some reason, there's just a lot of good ones out there. Like, they're not messing around. A lot of these games are just not skimming on just gameplay and everything, and also visuals and character, because this game has a lot of character, but it's literally just like a breath of fresh air. Like, I just find myself just very relieved and also free when it comes down to fighting mechanics. The music, the sound quality of the game is just ridiculous. I just love that. It's but in a 2D format. It's like, I just realized that I'm like, oh, that's pretty unique. And I'm not into roguelikes like this, especially with like Hades and stuff. But this one sort of does it very well. I don't know. I usually am like, I'm tired, like, okay, the over mechanics and stuff, the things that you have to do to actually be more powerful. But it's sort of fulfilling in that way. And especially its skill tree and everything that it has to throw in when it comes down of fulfilling, very relieving, like free roguelike. I find it pretty much one of the best out there that I experience. And I can't help but, when that first, like, I was just addicted the first when before I gave my first impressions of the game. It was like, man, I can't stop playing. But yeah, Astro Ascent for number 6. Number 5 goes to Marvel Cosmic Invasion. I'm not a Marvel fan. I'm not into Marvel games like that. But for some reason, yeah, for this beat 'em up, really had me wanting to play more beat 'em ups. Like, literally after that, I downloaded 2 more beat 'em ups. It was Dance Divas, and also it was Shredder's Revenge. But when it comes to this particular game right here, oh, this beat 'em up is just quality. It is just like for the biggest Marvel fans. And I know Iron Man, I know Spider-Man, I know the Raccoon guy, I know She-Hulk. And She-Hulk was fun. And all these characters, for some reason, I'm starting to like them more as I play the game. Their characters, their interactions when you combine the two, and when you have these boss battles, when you have these different enemies to attack, and when you have these different moments in the game where it just feels vibrant, short, and really, on the point. Like, it really does that so well. And I don't know what it is. I just like, man, it makes me want to play more beat 'em ups. I don't know how it did that. Like, they could have made like a high quality, oh, we're just gonna make another Suicide Squad or something. But no, they went with the smart direction of having an enjoyable retro game that runs on all platforms, really runs on the Steam Deck, and also runs on my crappy PC. And I just had like a freaking 5-star, just like quality moment with the game. It is such like, it's just up there. So yeah, Marvel doing it right. Number 4 goes to Calcium Chaos. Listen, for other twin shooters out there, and I try to bust out all of them, and there was a lot out there. Okay, Handy was one of them. I know that Witch game that I played was one of them. But when it comes to Calcium Chaos, first off, a lot of skeletons and a very cartoony, very G-rated game itself. This game is definitely meant for kids. It's definitely meant for the Switch for sure. It just happens to be my favorite. I just love it. And it's, despite being short and despite like, having like, there's some limitations here and there. It's just like when it comes to that aspect of twin shooters, yeah, this game just does it right. I don't know what it is. When the platform, the weapon mechanics is one of my favorites. Like, there was a point where the game wouldn't work, and I really spent like, not like hours, but I spent a couple of minutes really trying to work the game, which is something that is not usual. I usually would go back to my other games that I'm playing as of this year. And for some reason, I just find myself back into really wanting to play Chaos and Chaos. Like I just don't know what it is. Like there are so many other twin shooters out there, but this one just sort of is just simple. It's just simple. It's childlike. There's some sense of nostalgia that it brings me. I don't know what it is, but it's like the freaking, I don't know, Cartoon Network looking style that it brings. It's like, okay, this strange, but there's something high quality about it. Just the point system and getting all the bones and unlock, seeing different characters in mysterious, rooms and areas like that. Listen, I played a lot of roguelikes with this type of style, okay? With when it comes to this, but with a twin shooter like this, like I don't know, it does that so well. It's like it's a better quality, especially with the given weapons you have, and pretty much it's just simple. When something is that simple, it's just like just really good. Just that's how it is. Plain simple. Anyways, moving on to the number 3 spot. Nothing simple about this game. We're talking about freaking Ball Pit. Yes, the game that was actually on the Game Awards. I love Ball Pit. They were not kidding when they say this game was crack. It was crack. It was crack. And let me tell you, I was cracking hard with this game. I was trying to get through levels, and the thing is that it is not that hard to really be addicted, because especially when you're trying to farm, you have to go through the levels, and sometimes you just end up freaking going as long as you can, to the point where you have all of these things that you have to build. You have all this material, and you're like, man, what do I do with it? Well, I guess I'll build something. At first, it was gonna be Megabonk that was gonna fit in this, but since they're in the same universe, I'm like, yeah, Ball Pit, it can be part of this conversation, and overall it won for me. Like it was like, yep, this is the one right here. This is good. This has to be like, no wonder it was in the Game Awards. It's just that, so it's the gameplay quality that, and also the amount of gameplay that you gain from it. Like it's just like a breakout style. You're throwing balls here and there, trying to kill these different bricks and stuff. And there's just something about it where it's arcadey, but also has like that Metroidvania. It's not a Metroidvania, but it just has that style that I don't know where is that from. And there's a part of me where it has to be from Castlevania. It either has to be from Elden Ring. But yeah, I kind of really appreciate the style that it gives. The music and the haunting vibes for a freaking arcadey. Like it's serious, but it's not serious at the same time. You know what I mean? And to that, I'm like, yeah, this game deserves to be in this spot for sure. It deserves so. Next up for the number 2 spot would have to be one of my, like, it would be the game that I just know for a fact that I have so much trust on my PC that, you know what? Let's just put it in here. And I played it very early in the year. And the moment that I touched it is the moment where I honestly cannot fathom of just how good this game is. We're talking about Aloft. I love this game. I love it. It's the reason why I really got into I love cozy games like this, because it's just that you're building your own house or mansion or whatever you want in your own freaking ship. Like literally, when I first discovered the cheats, when I want creative mode, you can still discover the game. It doesn't take away the gameplay or the experience. Sure, you unlock the whole spec of your skill tree, and that's usually not how the game goes. But for me, oh, I play by my own rules. I'm out here taking out enemies, going to island, cleaning all the islands, and going to the other side of where the islands, which is in the tighter side of the circle. And I'm like, this is just everything. Like it's kind of like just a One Piece adventure. Except that you're flying in the air instead of on sea. Like, yeah, this is a freaking listen, if it was literally on sea or something, it could literally be a One Piece simulator if it if it has to. Except you're like a one-man crew and you're flying. And it's like with these elements that makes this game so well. Like I didn't know it was gonna run that well on my PC, but apparently it did. And I was scared for a moment, but then I was like, yeah, this game itself, it's such peak. It is such peak. It is so good. And for my number 1 spot, do I have to say it? It's Little Rocket Lab. It is the best. I made a series on my channel till this day. It's cozy, comfy. Any factory game, just give me. Because when it comes down to a factory game like this, it's up there as one of my best and favorite factory games. The story mixed with like a Stardew Valley nature, and then you have the factory elements within it. It's just up there as like one of my favorite moments, especially with the heartwarming moments it has. It. How dare you make me cry with a factory game? That doesn't make sense. I'm still continuing the series. I'm still trying to finish the game. I love the game. I love it so much. It would overall be one of my favorite, most best overall games of 2025. And yeah, that's my list of the top PC games. I don't know what to tell you, but I did a very good job, if I do say so myself. Tune into the next part. We'll live in a peace. God bless.